Hello. So I'm laying in my sleeper, not getting paid. I'm thinking about quitting USA Truck. That's probably what I'm going to title this video. My first month with the company was, in a trainer truck, and that's a shit show everywhere. So I wasn't going to judge the company based on that. Now I'm on week 2, in my own truck. I am an incredibly hard worker. I ran 3,400 miles my first week, and that was not thanks to my driver manager or the trip planners or anyone else. I could have easily run fewer miles by a large margin. But I busted my ass. I, delivered early, and, I did a lot of things to run those miles. We're on week 2 now, and I have been doing the same thing I did last week. And my driver manager is working from home this week. Well, she started working from home late last week, I think. And it's just become impossible to get anything done. Like, it was not easy to get anything done last week. Now she doesn't do shit. I've been trying to get reimbursed for paying for a lumper for a week. I've submitted for the reimbursement. I sent her a message requesting the reimbursement. I scanned it in with my bills of lading. I called to speak with her, but she was not available, and I got sent to another driver manager. So I sent a message, and nothing. So I called her yesterday and asked her about it, and she basically acted like she didn't get any message on it, like it didn't happen. It's going out of focus. It's not on autofocus. So then she gave me her email and said that she doesn't get, the pictures that I scan in. They go to some other department or something. Well, I know she gets the messages. She ignored the message. So I emailed her and messaged her and called her again. And I called her again. So I've called like 4 times. I've sent 2 or 3 messages and an email over this lumper pay, trying to get reimbursed because the number they gave me, the COM data authorization number that they gave me, didn't work. So I had to pay out of pocket because the number they gave me to pay them didn't work. Still haven't heard back from her. Still nothing. And that's not the only thing. USA Truck has a tuition reimbursement program where they reimburse you $200 a month if you go to a CDL school. I've been trying to get signed up for that the whole time I've been here, and I can't get a hold of the damn loan department. I've been trying to talk with the lease department since I've been here. Since I've been in the recruiting stage, I've been trying to talk with the lease department to figure out how long I have to be with the company before I can lease, and to find out other details, like what are the requirements on the trucks, what kind of loan programs do they have? Do I have to do a lease through them? Or not a lease, but of course I'm going to do a lease through them. But do I have to do the financing through them or one of the companies that they go through? Like, I don't know what the process is to finance a commercial motor vehicle. Is USA Truck going to have to, like, sign for me on something to acknowledge that, yes, I am going to be working for them and I am going to be able to repay the loan because I'm going to be working through them? And are they only willing to sign with, certain companies and stuff like that? They have companies that they list that you can go through. I'm trying to get a whole bunch of questions answered about the lease program, and because I want to hurry up and get into the lease program as soon as possible. And I can't count the number of times that I've called, my trainer's called, my DM has supposedly sent messages to people, and other people have sent messages to people. I can't get a return call, and I can't reach the lease people. And that's pretty much the story of USA Truck. Is like everything, like, there were so many things, so many lies that I was just like, fine, I'm going to have to deal with that. They lied about my pay. They lied about a whole bunch of stuff. And now it's just getting to a breaking point with me where I'm about to fucking quit. I'm tired of this bullshit. The trigger event for me to really seriously consider quitting the company was today. I got a load. Okay, number one, over the weekend. Okay, my very first week out, they couldn't get me home like they were supposed to. They gave me a load where they told me that, you can just stop at your house for a couple of days on this load and then deliver after. I don't know what moron thought that was possible on the load that they gave me, but it wasn't. So I had to deliver the load and then take a 34 in Seguin, Texas or some shit like that at some crap Loves out in the middle of nowhere, because I ran completely out of hours doing the load and I didn't have time to stop and do a 34 on the load. I had maybe an extra 12 hours on the load, if that. I delivered it almost exactly 24 hours early. So if you account for 10 hours off duty and stuff like that, then, maybe 12 to 16, 18 hours early, something like that. I don't know. Not enough for a 34. And I ran as hard as I could, and I did a lot of creative logging to get it there that early so I could start my 34 as early as possible. Anyway, I'm sidetracking on this. They bugged me all weekend on my 34. I had to call the driver managers 2 or 3 different times over the weekend because they kept putting the loads on me, and with schedules to where I had to go pick something up on Sunday. And I had an hour and 46 minutes of drive time left until Monday. And they wanted me to do stupid shit like drive 400 miles on Sunday. It's impossible. Like, I don't know who the dumbasses are that are doing these trip plans, but they're fucking idiots. I don't know what to say about it, because I did everything I possibly could. I called Saturday before I started my 34, and I let them know that I was starting at 34. I had them set my projected time of availability to Monday morning at about 7 a.m. And, like, I don't even know what else I could have done. But I had to spend 2 or 3 hours sending messages, reviewing trip plans to see if they were possible, and calling and waiting on hold and talking with driver managers to get loads pulled off of me while I was supposedly on some fucking time off on a 34. And then the breaking point of it was today. Like I said, they put a load on me Monday morning, like 3 hours after my 34 was up. So I did my 34, and then I had to wait like 3 or 4 hours to get a load. That was annoying. And then the damn load that they put on me, I was already late for the pickup appointment. And anyone that's in this damn industry knows that if you miss your pickup appointment, you get put in as a work-in, where they'll get to you whenever they damn well please, because now they're not obligated to pay any kind of detention pay once you arrive late. And then my delivery appointment is 3 fucking days to do 800 miles. So I call right after they put that load on me. They didn't give me an offer to accept it. They just put it on me. And I called my DM and I said, no, I didn't. I messaged my DM. I said, I can't make this appointment. Will they load me when I get there? I'm going to be, a couple hours late. I forget exactly what I said. And I said, can we get the delivery appointment changed? I don't want to sit around for 24 hours. Or I don't want to sit around for a day. I'm going to be there a day earlier than that appointment. And she said yes to the question of, could I pick it up when the hell ever? And she said, whenever I know what my whenever I get loaded, let her know what my ETA is, and she will, she'll see if she can get, me scheduled or whatever, get my appointment changed on the delivery. So I get there, and they tell me to go park in their dirt lot, and they'll call me whenever they, feel like it. It didn't take them too terribly long to get me loaded. It was maybe 3 hours, which would have been very similar to if I would have showed up on time for an appointment. So I'm not going to say anything bad on the pickup, but on the delivery, I called, gave my ETA. I said I'll be there roughly around 11 a.m. So if you can get me a noon or a 1 p.m. appointment, that would be perfect on Tuesday, because my delivery was set for Wednesday at 7 a.m. And she said, okay, let me reach out to the account manager. So I messaged her back several hours later, and I was like, so did you ever hear back from that account manager? Like, what's the deal on this delivery? And she said, oh yeah, you could just go in there whenever. They'll work you in. So I get here at like 11:20. Almost exactly when I said I was going to be here. And the guy walks up to my door while I'm, getting my paperwork together to go into their shipping office. Somebody walks up to my door and says, when's your appointment? I said, tomorrow at 7. I said, tomorrow? I didn't say at 7. I said, tomorrow. And he said, come back tomorrow. And I said, really? And he told me that they can't work people in. He said that they had one more delivery they were doing today, and that's all the deliveries they were doing for today. Come back tomorrow. So yeah, I left, and now I'm sitting at the nearest truck stop. Luckily, there was a truck stop really close, like within a mile. It was on the same road. I'm just really, really salty right now in general, what I'm salty about is my driver manager is either overworked or is just fucking lazy. And I cannot stand being, told stuff that's not true. I'm pissed off about my driver manager not getting shit done. Number 2, they fucked me on my miles this week. USA Truck has a stupid incentive pay program. It's a punishing program. If you don't run a certain number of miles in a week, it affects all of the pay for all the miles that you do. So you get paid by the mile. That's performance pay. And they claim that there's this other performance pay where if you run over a certain number of miles, you get extra pay. Well, it's not extra pay. That's like your base pay. You're expected to run 2,800 miles in a week. If you don't run 2,800 miles in a week, they punish you by taking money away. So they pay a really low wage, 40 cents a mile. But if you run 2,800 miles in a week, you can make up to 46 cents a mile. 6 cents additional. So I'm not going to be able to get 2,800 miles this week. I don't think. It would be very, very, very difficult with, them making me take a day off in the middle of the week. I just lost out on approximately $250 by not being able to drive for 24 hours. And then I'm also losing out on all my other mileage that I'm going to be doing. So this is going to end up costing me $250 to $300, maybe $350 by, them not rescheduling my appointment like they said, like I asked them to, and I'm tired of this shit. Like I'm really mad. I thought about making this video earlier, but I decided to, I've slept since all this has happened, and I took a nap, and I just woke up, and I'm really, really, really frustrated right now because this is a shit job. I don't think anybody is going to volunteer to live in one of these trucks. You're out here to make money, and whenever they affect my money by this much, it really gets me upset. And then the amount of time that I'm having to spend with calling and talking with driver managers to try to get things done because my driver manager is not getting this shit done. The tuition reimbursement, getting reimbursed for lumper pay, almost every load does not have the correct information. Actually, every load I've had so far has not had the correct information. Wrong pickup numbers, wrong addresses, wrong pickup times, wrong delivery times. Like, every load I've had has had incorrect information. I've had to call to, get things figured out. Lumper pay. There's a thing on here where I can submit for lumper pay. The one time that I've done that since I've been on this truck, the number didn't fucking work. I had to pay out of pocket, and I still haven't been reimbursed for that. That was almost a week ago. So I'm thinking about my other options right now. I'm thinking about going to Schneider. The only the only real negative that I can think of with Schneider was to lease with Schneider was something like a year. You had to have like a year experience to lease with Schneider. I don't want to be a company driver for a damn year. I don't want to put up with this bullshit because I'm going to have to put up with some level of this bullshit with any company I go to. It may not be as bad as this at some other companies. It may be worse at some other companies. But I am getting really frustrated right now. USA Truck has a driver relations department. I'm not sure if it is USA Truck or it's a third party. But it's a place that if you're having issues with the company, you can contact them and they'll try to, get things fixed. And I'm thinking about calling, before I quit, unless they do something that just, makes me snap, I'm probably going to call driver relations before I quit and give them an opportunity to correct this shit. I'm just getting really tired of micromanaging all this stuff. I don't like having to contact my driver manager, Haley. How many times have I messaged her about the lumper pay or called her or called somebody at the company? It's probably been like 6 times that I've tried to get reimbursed for the lumper pay, and I'm going to have to contact her again at least one more time because she still hasn't responded to my last request. I'm gonna spend all of the free time that I have, which I have, what time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's 5 p.m. I have until 7 a.m. That's when my delivery appointment is. I just woke up. I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the day looking for another job. So I'm getting really tired of USA Truck. And almost all of my issues have to do with my driver manager not doing her fucking job. And the trip planners. The trip planners that I've been dealing with are, they're incompetent. That's simply put, they're incompetent. They can't trip plan for shit. I don't know what these dumbasses, like, that's your only job is to trip plan as far as I know. That's what they do. They just plan trips. They put loads on people. How can you be so bad at your one function? I don't understand it. I am really, really mad. And the more that I'm thinking about all the shit, the madder I'm getting right now. It's just it's so many things piling up. Like, I'm really pissed off that I didn't get home last week. I'm really pissed off that I had to take a 34 at a truck stop instead of my house because the planners are so bad at their job. I'm pissed off that, like, I spent, I don't know, 30 minutes on the phone. I spent time reviewing the trip plan. I spent time sending a message. So I messaged 2 or 3 different times, and I called at least once on this load so that this bullshit wouldn't happen. And I think they got tired of dealing with me, and they just said, oh, they'll work you in. Just get there as soon as you can, and they'll work you in. And now I'm sitting here at this pilot, not getting worked in, missing out on a day of driving. I think I'm going to end the video there, and I'm going to go do some research on some other companies to go to. All right, thanks. Bye.